Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Tactics Ogre Reborn. Last time we left off, we were hanging out over here after recruiting Ravnus, who we have now added to the crew. The White Knight wielding Brynhildr. You know, all the cool stuff. So, with that, I guess we are going to go ahead and move into one of these. I'm not really sure which one the game wants me to move to quite yet. Like, we went over all this stuff last time, yeah. I'm guessing one of them's an optional thing and one of them's like main story. Let's just go to the Weald first. Vanquish the enemy leader. Let's go ahead and check things out here. Okay, well we do have some dragons, so at least you're gonna be used. What? Ordiliani? I thought I killed you, or is this just a recolor? Might just be a recolor? Ordiliani's the only one I remember having art that specifically looks like that. So let's make sure you have all of your good stuff. Like Dragon's Bane and Dragon Slayer. There we go. And we want to put Ravnus in. Who are we going to take out for Ravnus? That is the question. How about... Sorry, Azelstan. Let's put in Ravnus instead of you. Let's see here. I could also swipe your winged ring and give that to Ravnus. That could potentially be interesting. I do still have a shield on Ravnus. I would like to give her a two-handed weapon so she just does more damage, but I don't really have a lot of good two-handed weapons. I have Notos, I guess. I could give you that. Or if I had a two-handed hammer, I guess Euros. You can't use those. Whips, no. So yeah, it'd have to be two-handed swords, hammers, or axes. And I think two-handed swords is probably what I would lean towards. But honestly, Brynhildr does close to the same amount of damage, I suppose. I'm kind of just having Ravnus in here for, you know, story reasons, because it's cool, basically, and she might talk to people in battle. Obviously, it would be most efficient to just make everybody that I possibly can into someone that can hurl, summons, but this way we get to use all of my characters. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and hop into the fight. You have everything that I would want. Like I said, I could give you the ability to fly. You know, here you go, Ravnus. You can fly. You can fly. Enjoy. Cool. You lose a little bit of strength, but that's fine, so. There we are. The mages are definitely feel like the strongest this late in the game, like,
You'll pay for the Hierophant's death with your own denim.
Okay, so this is a palette swap of Modigliani, your Brutakos. The melee characters can do a lot of damage, but it definitely feels like mages just really shine in the late game with those summons. And I don't even know what the Apocrypha, the next level Apocryphas look like. They could be even more busted than the summons, but who's to know?
A hardened Wallister force. We can't take them with our armies divided.
Yup, you sure can't, Brutakos. I was wondering if you were going to say anything. You were taking a hot minute. Jeez. Took you forever to say something. I've already almost won the fight at this point.
Forgive me, Your Eminence.
Really? Huh. I didn't expect the AI to actually kill you. Well, they did. Okay.
Onward! We take back Almorica!
Like, usually the AI takes out all of the other enemies and then it'll get to the boss. But this time they were actually like, you know what? No, let's take out the boss here. Beautiful. Ooh, a light charm. Those are kinda rare? Light and dark charms are pretty rare, I find. So that's a good get. The cool thing, Ravnus actually used the, Resurrect. Oh, that was a choice. I could go to Lake Bordeaux or the Sanji Weald to get to Tynemouth. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Alrighty. Well, that's cool, I suppose. So off to Tynemouth. White limestone formations jut like teeth from the top of this gentle, grassy hill. Alright, we're almost to Almorica. Let's see what we're dealing with in this particular battle. Oh god. Oh god. Well, this is gonna be annoying. Yeah, we're definitely gonna want your other skills on you, Yunin. This is not the fight where if I kill them you get a ridiculous buff, I don't think. Honestly, I think even if that did happen, I could still handle you. Although the thing you put on is pretty scary. So you have Beast Slayer and Beast Bane, as well as HP up. That is good. If I had the full dragon set, I could also give, whatchamacallit to you. Where are they? I think you get it from Wormscale sleeves. Having the sleeves and the armor. I think it's the sleeves and the armor. So who has Wormscale sleeves right now? You're rocking Wormscale sleeves, but you don't need them. So let's give you something else instead. Who's wearing the lightning gauntlets? Diavolt. Diavolt, I'm gonna need those back, friend. Give me your mail too. I might want to put that on someone else. Is this just a better version of this? Oh my god, it is. Actually, pick the your whale mail. There you go. And give me those. You can have lightning gauntlets instead. And then I can put the lightning gauntlets, or the Wormscale gauntlets on you. Where are they? There they are. Wormscale sleeves, rather. So if I put those on you, I think with the armor and the gauntlets, I think you have the dragon thing now? No? What, is it the shield too? Is it dragon scale shield as well? Might be. So if I put that on, then do you have it? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, the dragon scale shield is considered part of the full set. Okay, so we can take off Paralysis Blade for you and give you Dragon Slayer instead. Cool. Cool, that's useful, I believe. Alrighty, so yeah, everybody's set up about how I would want here. God, Olivia has so much more HP than Sherry. I guess I did. Oh yeah, that's right. I gave her all those HP ups when she was a healer. That is right, a cleric. Okay. Well, everybody, go ahead and get in there and have fun, you crazy kids. We gotta see we gotta see what Gamp says though.
I remember you, boy. The wheel brought us back together, has it? Someone out there must like old Gamp.
Someone must indeed.
Older! Louder! Timmy!
Yeah, and you got your other friends too. I can't do a Gamp voice.
You're well acquainted with Bird Eye and Older. Well, I've been brewing something special for just such an occasion.
If I practiced at it a little bit, I could do one a little bit better, but I'd have to get the accent and stuff down.
Zanga! To battle!
You definitely have like a voice that is difficult to mimic that I haven't really done before.
Headhunter, but that don't mean old Gamp is ungrateful for all his eminence did for him. It's time you paid for what you've done to Gargastan!
Okay, Gamp. You be very angry. I'm gonna let my friends take care of you here. I suppose if they kill you, it isn't the biggest deal in the world. But I'll probably try to keep you alive just in case.
Peace and blood! The day is theirs!
What the hell? That was fast. Holy shit. Who beat the hell out of Gamp? I just died in Vampire Survivors. No!
Next we meet will be the last! I won't forget what it was you done here!
What happened to you? Oh god. That was way fast. Did the AI actually target you with spells? Wow. Okay. Well, we won. That was incredibly fast. Usually the AI is pretty slow about defeating the bosses, but apparently they just really are out for blood today. Huh. Weird. very quiet. Hi? Oh, it's this scene.
Denim, I am alone without you.
Okay, is this... I think this is gonna be absolutely the same. Okay, yeah, there wasn't anything different there. So we can just, continue, I believe. So, Almorica, is there anything new in the Warren report? I feel the need to obsessively check this. I should mention everyone else that I recruit in this chapter, I'm fairly sure joins after I finish Almorica. I'll probably make sure, but yeah, basically every other character we get in this chapter is like, yeah, we're gonna wait until Almorica to join. So let's see here. Abuna Prancit, Manaflora, and Queen Vernata. Yep, we've seen you. It is actually interesting. I feel like looking at them, I don't know, to me it feels like Cashua has more of a resemblance to Vernata. Let me back up here. Yeah, like, you look more like Vernata to me. The hair is obviously different. Vernata has like more of a red hair, but I don't know. You look more like Vernata to me than Manaflora. I guess it's just the expression and the way that Vernata has her hair. It's very much the same kind of hairstyle that Cashua has, and her face kind of looks similar here, whereas Manaflora just looks scared? So, yeah. Alrighty, let me make sure about these characters. Okay, every single character except for one joins us now. One character is going to be waiting until the Ozma fight in Rhyme. So, let's go ahead and head to Almorica and get in here, why don't we? So, it always wants me to win with a Dragoon in the party, probably because Yunin. Okay, this is just, a witch. We got two of you. Golems, do they have Gordian Lock? They do, because they're annoying. So, this fight will probably take a little bit longer than, some of the other ones. Okay.
So you're the commander of the Wallister forces who took Caritanai?
Oh, it's actually Gildora. I was thinking, like, obviously you have the same art as Gildora, but I was like, oh, okay, it's just another mage. But yeah, we have not ran into Gildora on this route yet, have we?
You'll pay for the disgrace you brought upon the Hierophant, Denim Pavel.
So great to see you again, Gildora. You're not going to talk about how we're an inferior race and stuff? None of that? Not going to start measuring skull sizes or anything, you weirdo?
Soldiers of Galgastan, release your captives and throw down your arms.
I was actually ready this time, because my characters didn't just bum rush Gildora.
Balbatos is no more. There is no longer cause to fight.
Actually interested in seeing what Gildora is going to say.
Fool! Why should we heed you? We're the victors here. We will see His Eminence's vision through, an end to your befouled bloodline.
Victors? But you've lost. The people of Caritanai and Brigantis both have joined us. They follow you no longer.
The people? They're as fickle as a weathercock, turning whichever way the wind blows.
I've never heard of a weather vane being called a weathercock, but it makes sense because it's a chicken a lot of the times.
Once you are buried, and Almorica is ours, we'll see how quickly they return to their former masters.
And how will you lead them? With fear? You follow the same dark course as the Hierophant.
Yeah, Gildora is just so irredeemably awful. Like, in a game with so much...
Forgive me, Hierophant. I have failed you.
In a game with so many characters that have so much nuance about why they're doing the things they do, there's not a lot of characters who you feel are just straight up assholes. But Gildora is a straight up asshole. Like, a lot of the characters are written with so much nuance where it's like, they were doing horrible things, but I can understand why. Like, Leonor, and honestly, even Ronway in some parts and things. But Gildora's like, no. I mean, there may be some hidden details behind why exactly she hates the Wallister so much, but she just comes off as so insufferable and ludicrously evil. Goodbye. Good riddance. I'll have to relook at your Warren report entry to make sure it's like, I don't know, the Wallister didn't run in and murder your parents in cold blood where you could see. But yeah, a lot of the characters have like nuance and stuff to their opinions and all of that, but you're just like, no, I just hate the Wallister. But maybe I'm misremembering something, like I said. Let me recheck here, Gildora, since we have you in here now. Reactionary historian who won favor with Galgastani hardliners for her publication Memories of War, in which she detailed the illegal arrest and incarceration of the Galgastani by the Wallister. It was during her time at the Caritanite Guild of Magi that Gildora blossomed to a full-fledged believer in Galgastani supremacy. The Wallister in particular she deemed an inferior race and deserving of eradication, though in truth she held a low opinion of the majority of people, though she saw it to be her burden as an intellectual to speak the truth at all times and the burden of capable leaders to guide the masses. She joined the Galgastani forces when hostilities resumed and took great pleasure in the fact that her magic was a clear threat and an impediment to the Wallister. After her victory in the Battle of the Sonji Weald, she was stationed at Amorca Castle and was there slain during an attack led by Dinham. Okay, so yeah, there is reason for why you hate them, but hate and believing that they're an inferior race, of course, that's the thing. It's not just the Wallister you hate. The Wallister in particular she deemed an inferior race and deserving of eradication, though in truth she held a low opinion of the majority of people. So you are just an asshole. Your hatred for people in particular isn't limited just to the Wallister because of the illegal arrest and incarceration of the Galgastani by the Wallister, which is horrible as well, and it would make sense that you would hate that, but going straight into the Galgastani supremacy, the Wallister are an inferior race and deserving of eradication route, it's just like, God, there's really not a lot to you that makes me want to sympathize with you at all. You're just an awful person. Alrighty. Hey Zabos, what's up? You ready to get your ass kicked, friend? Wow, you have a Necromancer. Did you have a Necromancer before? You ironically don't really have any Necromancers except for this one. But you are here. Could you recruit this Necromancer this early? Oh, that'd be nuts. If you could get a Necromancer all the way here? Huh. Because this is way early, right? I mean, I didn't get a Necromancer until the Palace of the Dead, but I suppose there were maybe some others that I couldn't gotten, but they were always the leader, weren't they? That is interesting. That is very, very interesting. Alright, Zabos. Let's go, friend.
We may be all that's left of Galgastan's armies, but we'll not surrender to you. Ha! Look well, boy. This is how men of honor meet death.
Zabos is kind of just an ass a lot of the time too, I suppose. It is really cool on these different routes to see how different characters get expanded upon, like Hector and things like that. Although he wasn't an asshole in any of the other routes either. It is just super cool to see, like, you know, all the different faces of, like, Leonor, and Hector, and Vice, and Kashua, and Dinham, and just, you know, all of these other different characters. But there are some characters that are like, no, they're just not great. And I feel like Zabos and Gildora are two of the main ones, in my eyes. Although Zabos is obviously not as bad as Gildora.
Sir Zabos, lay down your sword.
There we go. And, ooh, Ravnus is gonna try to talk to Zabos here. This is definitely a much easier fight, like an easier layout than the fight I had with Zabos in Chaos.
There is no honor in a meaningless death.
We'd gladly give our lives for the sake of the Hierophant's cause. A noble act. Lost on the likes of you, Ravnus.
It is not honor you seek, but glory. You have a sacred duty to your kinsmen. Where is the nobility in abandoning them?
Who are you to speak to me of duty? You are nothing but a mongrel bitch who betrayed her better half.
Woof. That... God. Once again, more examples of why Zabos just isn't great. My god. A lot of... God, it is crazy just how much they lean into the, Ravenous being both Wallister and Galgastani and how much hatred she gets for that. Like, seriously? Calling someone a mongrel bitch who betrayed her better half? God, you're awful, Zabos. You and, Gildora are like two peas in a pod. Whoa.
You're unanimity. Rebels taking you under their wing, have they? A fine pair you make. Denim is no better than the Duke.
What do you mean?
Have you forgotten, Balmamusa? You seemed only too glad to carry out the Duke's orders then. I know you for what you are, boy. A butcher. And ruthless.
So quick to find fault. But these are past sins for which we seek to atone. What about yourself, Zabos? You lead your men to their doom.
Huh. I might have expected as much from you, Eunan. You and Denim are cut from the same cloth. You speak of the good of the people, yet think of only yourselves.
Jeez. Zabos just sounds like a drunk uncle. And acts like it, too.
All our plans ruined by you Wallister filth!
Yeah, you're big mad salty, we get it.
Wallister, Galgastani. That's how men like Balbatos and the Duke wish to paint us. They play us against each other for their own purposes. But we have had enough!
You quibble over words. In the end, each of us fights for our own reasons. You convince the people that you are their champion. Perhaps you've even convinced yourself. But it is not but a convenient lie.
I don't have to convince myself of anything.
You see, this is some interesting conversation we're getting out of this whole redemption arc both Eunan and Denim have to go through, and all the other characters kind of targeting their weak points to try and make them feel bad. But Denim seems very, very confident in himself at this point. All right, should be it.
A sorry sight I must make. Remember it well, Denim. Someday, this will be your fate.
Someday it'll be all of our fates, friend.
I'll not sink so low.
It takes only one false step.
Oh, you're specifically meaning being in this position with... Okay, yeah, never mind.
If I ever turn against my people, death seems a just reward.
Might be that it is. The people aren't half as smart as you credit them. Nor are they fools. Betrayal, retribution, righteousness. Words on the wind. Enjoy your victory while it lasts, boy.
Bitter to your dying breath, Zabos. Could never be me. I mean, geez, at least Denim and Eunan are trying to change despite the things they've done. You're sticking to your guns right till the end. Alrighty, well, that's Almorica done. I do believe we're going to have a lot of cutscene here, and we're going to get quite a few recruits. Congratulations, Ravenous. Hey, Warren. Snoozing?
Canopus. And Denim and Vice besides. I'm glad to see you well.
I was about to say, this cutscene's going to be the same, right? But no, Vice is here. That's different.
And you, Sir Mirden. Sir Gildas?
How is he? The Starseer remains lost in the mists of sleep, but he draws breath and is whole of body.
That is well then. And Lancelot, has he not returned?
I've not seen him since the night of the Buckram attack.
So good to see you alive, Gildas.
They held us at a camp outside Rhyme, but we managed to escape. What's next for you? An assault on Fidok, I suppose?
That's the plan. But first, we must do something about the Bakram armies at Rhine. If our casualties there are too great, we'll never take Fidok.
What we need is some way of taking Rhine unawares. What we have is a frontal assault across the Gorbolza plain. Hardly an ideal stratagem.
There is one way.
Vice, you got another crazy idea?
There are hidden passes through the Burnham Massif. Ways known only to the goatherds and peasants who make the mountains their home. We can use these trails to approach Rhine from the west. It's the last thing they'll expect. The city will fall in the confusion.
As it happens, we have a score of our own to settle. Room in your party for 2 more? Let's be about it then.
Well, there we go. Gildus and Muirden. I always call you Murden, but Muirden. I received a Braves mark. A White Knight's mark. I believe I know what the Brave mark is for. I believe it is for you, Vice. Vice the Ranger. Alrighty. Come on and join, Vice. Beautiful. And I already had the other 2 in my party, so didn't see anything for them. But Vice, you're gonna go ahead and move all the way up here to the top because I am absolutely going to be using you. It's cool to finally have you back. So, yep, let's put you right up here. You and Yunin are both fire, which is unfortunate, but we'll have a lot of fire units in. But we'll deal with it. I could always change one of you if need be. Alright, Vice. 2 ice blades. Huh? Nomad bracers is the best thing I got for you. I mean, you know what? We're not using Azulstan anyway. And you're basically a replacement for Azulstan. So, why don't we give you all of Azulstan's things? There we go. Wait. Oh, you can't wear the glistening. Oh no. You can't wear the helmet. You can't be stinky. Oh my god, you can wear everything but the helmet. Weird. Well, that's unfortunate. This is still the best armor and stuff for you, but you won't be stinky. Sorry, Vice. No stinky Vice for me. Okay, well, what about here? This is still the best you can wear. Yeah, you can't wear the alluring high boots, unfortunately. We'll give you the Ring of the Horde, though. And you are using the Odiferous Waster, which... This is, better than the Ice Blades that I had before, yeah? It does appear to be, yes. Okay. Cool, just wanted to be sure. So there you go. You got your Stinky Sword and your Damascus Sword. Enjoy. And as far as spells and stuff go, I don't really think I can put anything on you there. I can give you these. And let's just make sure. No spells. Doesn't appear to be. Nope. Alright, swords, double attack, pincer attack, and what else do you have? Oh yeah, you can use fusils! I do have to remember this. Double attack, pincer attack, lobber, recruit, back attack, and first aid. Remove stop. Interesting. Very, very interesting. What I could do, if I wanted to have fun, is give Vice, like, a musket or the Petronel here. Could be interesting. I still wish I could fire 2 guns. Kind of the whole point of this class is, you know, the double attack. That kind of makes it strong in my opinion. But I could give you a gun just for shits and giggles. You know what? Let's give you fusils. Because I don't have the flying. I have the flying ring on Ravnus. So let's give you fusils, and Vice can use guns. That seems fine to me. Only problem being now I don't really have a lot else to put on you. Yeah, there's If I don't double attack with you, there's not going to be a lot else to do, but back attack and lobber. there's not a lot to put on you, unfortunately. But like I said, I don't know. It would be cool to use. Oh, but you can't. You can use the muskets, but you can't use handguns. Okay, well, you're gonna have to use the muskets. So, Lindell, where you at? Where was Lindell? There's Lindell. Alright, Lindell, sorry, I'm gonna be putting this on my friend over here. Yeah. Here you go, Vice. Enjoy your gun. Boom. And your stinky armor. Alright. That looks good to me. That looks good to me. Have fun, Vice, shooting people with your musket. Alright, so we are off to Mount Webry. So let's get over there. Up we go, and to the right. One thing I've been interested in, I've been wondering about, I should be having my streaming setup back up soon, and thinking about things to stream, and I do wonder, I wish there was some already out for this game, but this game's new, so I'm sure there's not. But it'd be really, really cool. I know Tactics has quite a few, like, mods, basically, that change the game up, change how classes work and stuff like that. I forget the Tactics mod I saw people play, but there's one really cool Tactics mod I saw that was pretty neat. I do wonder if they have similar things for Tactics Ogre. I imagine if they did, it would be for Let Us Cling Together, or the SNES PS1 one. But, it'd be cool, and hopefully Reborn gets something like that. It's probably a little bit easier to mod now, too, that it's just straight up on PC.
We can't afford to lose a single man to these fiends. Watch yourselves.
Oh god, I forgot to put Vice in. Shit. Okay, Vice, your debut will be next battle. I'll take out somebody. Deneb, probably. At least this isn't a, like, important story battle, so I don't think Vice is gonna say anything anyway. It's just a bunch of undead.
Onward to Rhyme!
And there we go. Yeah, the dragons we didn't actually have to defeat. It was just all of the undead hanging out around here. Okay. We are good. Ba-da-da-da-da. Let us continue on to Rhyme. And as far as I understand, Rhyme is where we get our final character. At least in this chapter.
This defies all reason.
Our enemy fields a host equal to our own. Perhaps greater.
I don't recognize this song much. Like, yeah, I don't really recognize this song. I must not have played a lot.
How have they mustered such a force in such short order?
Perhaps Hierophant Balbatos had even more enemies than we suspected.
Yeah, we raided a prison.
It is true that on word of his death, men deserted his armies like rats from a foundering ship. What's more, the New Wallister Alliance enjoys the support of the slaves and commons. It would seem this young Denham is as much at home before a crowd as he is at the head of an army.
You speak as though it was not your doing that brought us to this unhappy pass. We ought to have marched on Almorica as soon as we took Rhyme. Perhaps it's not too late. Summon my war council. Inform them I plan to lay siege to Almorica.
At once, my lord.
I beg you reconsider, Lord Regent. Surely the Bakram armies alone are not sufficient to the task.
What? The Dark Knights would abandon us now? You wouldn't dare.
You have an arrangement with the High Champion. An arrangement with certain obligations.
Obligations, you say? As I recall, you are obliged to grant me whatever aid I require to wrest control of these isles. Aid I have yet to receive. Yet here I sit, waiting, while you lecture me about my obligations.
Stay your anger, Lord Regent. I meant only to suggest you avoid rousing them before there is need. Have patience. You'll see.
And how will you reward my patience? I half fear you mean to betray us for a new suitor.
Do you not trust us, Lord Regent? That would be most unfortunate.
I spoke without thinking. But understand, my patience is not without limit.
Not to worry, Lord Regent. We'll take care of everything, I assure you.
Very well. We wait.
As you say, my lord.
Like a petulant toddler. I don't want to wait. Well, that's cool. We haven't really got to see much out of out of Volok, so it's cool to see him get a little bit more screen time. Former Galgastani soldiers are flocking to the walls of resistance. Many of them long to end the war that has stretched on for more than 2 years, and they are eager to prove their mettle against the Bakram armies. Amorka Castle has been liberated by resistance forces. High Commander Zabos was slain in the battle. The Galgastani stragglers who had continued fighting the resistance are now no more. This signals the end of the Kingdom of Galgastan established by late Hierophant Balbatos. And Lancelot. The captured resistance forces were held prisoner in Rhyme, but Lancelot was not seen among them. It is not known whether he lived, survived. His wounds leave him in his sleep. You joined me. Ravnus. Denim helped her repel the Galgastani forces that pursued her after she freed the Lord of Krytani. Seeing the true nature of the war, she returned to the resistance to help Denim put an end to it. Arcel. Member of the Order of Shadowscale. When Alliance leader Vice reconciled with Denim. Yeah, you did. I forgot to mention that part. Arcel joined us as well. He was defeated at the hands of Denim. He was forced to make his way as a bounty hunter. Upon the Hierophant's passing, he advanced on Amorka Castle with his troops, fighting to the bitter end. He died in a skirmish with Denim. And that is it. Just wanted to get some of the updates there. Alright, Rhyme. It's about time we got to Rhyme. So, let's see here. Yep, there's our final character. Look at you. Wow, Holbram. Where'd you get this stuff? It's almost like you're from my party. I hope you use Hellhound. That would be very, very good. Alrighty, so yeah, it's a fair few enemies. We mostly need to work on saving Holbram. Vice, you can come in. Have two more. Arcel. And how about Murden? Sure. You still have all your stuff, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that looks good to me. Let's make sure we assign everyone's AI. They should be able to save Holbram, and Holbram can defend himself. He has some pretty busted equipment on.
You there! No going out of doors after dark!
Rest in peace, you two.
Oh. Is it night already? I hadn't noticed. An error you'll not begrudge a blind man, I pray.
Think you're clever, do you? Let's have your name.
What trouble is this?
Found him lurking in the shadows, Dame Ozma.
Turn. Show me your face.
Are you deaf as well? Do as you're told.
Is this why we're gonna find out? I mean, they've hinted at the connection Holbram has to the Dark Knights, and we heard about that Dark Knight that betrayed them, basically, and was hidden in the Resistance or whatever. And it didn't betray them, but the Dark Knight was hidden in the Resistance.
Oberon? Is that you? How is this possible?
You have me mistaken, my lady.
Don't be absurd, Oberon. Where have you been? Why have you come to Valeria?
This would have been easy to, like, I can imagine some people getting to Law as their last route and being totally shocked at this because they just didn't notice some of the things. I almost didn't.
Who goes there? I am Denim Pavel, bringer of rebellion.
I don't know. There's something hilarious about you introducing yourself like that, Denim. It's like you sat back there and rehearsed that a little bit, and then you got in here and you're like, this will sound so cool.
Throw down your swords or die. The choice is yours.
A blind scout! That's a bloody laugh!
Spare the swordsman. I want him taken alive.
All due respect, Dame Ozma, but if it's his neck or mine, I'll save mine. We can't let the city fall. Drive them back!
Attack!
Alright, here we go. We just gotta beat up Ozma. And we do need to save. It is interesting. You said spare the swordsman, but the knight said I'm not going to. I wonder if Ozma will attack Obram. Like, I would be interested to find that out. Will Ozma actually attack Obram, going completely against what she just said? Yeah?
Over there! Those Bakram are chasing someone! To his aid!
Yeah, let's help the suspicious Dark Knight.
Oberyth, say something. It is I, Ozma.
Oh, no, don't seem to know you.
Your eyes. What has befallen you?
Your eyes? Oh, Obram was not blind before? Interesting. Did you specifically... I do wonder, did you specifically, like, blind yourself so that you could possibly try and pass to someone else? Or it could have been an accident. I don't know. Huh. I mean, Ozma recognized you almost immediately, blinded or not, so I'm willing to bet it's probably just an accident. Okay, yeah, you were clearly very worried. That was quite a lot of damage on you. That was painful. It is going to be super cool to have Obram in the party, because now once again, without having a shaman or rune fencer, I have yet another person that can cast the summons, although I guess liches and the matriarch, patriarch classes, and I believe cyclopses can also use them.
You look frail, Oberyth. Where have you been these past 6 years?
Okay. This is interesting because it's giving us a lot of context for all of the Obram stuff. Also, the battle's almost over, so I hope this is the last bit of dialogue here.
I had it from Balsaphon that you were dead. Was he in error?
Oh yeah, your boo thing.
But no, he would not make such a mistake. Then, was it a lie?
I am very interested in what's going on here. I do not believe Ozma has attacked Obram, so I'm imagining the AI is just made in such a way that it will not attack Obram. Luckily, this unit over here is charmed, so... Oh, there's a few more up there left still. I was gonna say, luckily this unit down here is charmed, so my units aren't attacking them, but... We also have these dorks up here. Ooh, interesting. Obram won't attack Ozma either. So we're kind of just sitting here at a stalemate now. I'm just trying to see if there's some more dialogue. Interesting. They won't attack each other. Okay, yeah, I think it's done. They don't seem to be saying anything else. So, let's finish you off.
It pains me. But we must withdraw! I'll leave Oberyth to them for now. I must hear the truth of the matter from Balsaphon first, lest I place him in harm's way again.
I must hear the truth of the matter from Balsaphon first, lest I place him in harm's way again. Are you talking about Balsaphon or are you talking about Obram? Yeah, maybe you don't know that Obram is undercover, basically? Interesting. Interesting. Alrighty, well... Yeah, Obram, come join us, old buddy old pal. Come join us. And I'll definitely be putting you in every battle. Like I said, it's even efficient because you can actually use the summons because of that sword, so... You'll be perfectly fine in the battles. It would be cool if the ranger class could use the summons.
I thank you for your aid. You are the Almoricans at war with the Dark Knights, I take it.
It would kind of make sense that the ranger class could use the summons too, because rangers are supposed to have a connection to nature, and those seem to be the, you know, deities of the various elements. So it would make a little bit of sense. for the ranger to be able to use some kind of magic. I mean, it reminds me of the... It's most similar to, like, the geomancer class, and for... as far as I can tell, because that's usually what rangers are about, nature magic, so...
I am Denham Parvel, the captain here.
Ah, the one they call the hero of Goliaths, yes? I am Oberim Vandam.
Rhyme is turned battlefield since the Bakram invaded. What was your business here?
I heard you were bringing the fight to the Dark Knights. I thought to lend you my sword. As you can see, I am without sight. But I am gifted in other ways. I wield a blade better than any common soldier you'll find.
You're confident, I'll give you that. Tell me, where do you hail from? You're not of this island, are you?
Ah, the lad has a sharp ear. You're quite right. I am Ludician.
Mm-hmm. Arya.
But do not think that makes me enamored of our Dark Knights. Quite the contrary. I revile them.
You've some score to settle with the Dark Knights?
Aye, you might say that. What if I told you it was they who stole the light from me?
Ah, yeah, we heard about this last time, too.
Let me join your struggle, then. Should I prove more a burden than a boon, I will depart, bearing you no malice.
That is interesting, because based off of what we know about what Ozma said, Ozma's surprised that you're looking frail and you don't have your eyesight. So I'm guessing it wasn't actually the Dark Knights that did it, unless it was something that happened and Ozma just doesn't know about it. You would be welcome.
You would be a welcome addition.
You've my thanks then, and my sword.
Only, allow me one question.
What might that be?
The Dark Knight that was after you, the woman, do you know her?
Aye, that I do. I'm sure you have doubts regarding my intentions, but I must ask that you do not inquire further. I will tell you all when the time is right. But for now, know that I'm a sworn enemy to the Dark Knights, and no enemy of yours.
Very well. I'll give you my trust, in hopes it will be soon earned.
That it shall.
Well, there we go. Okay. That is cool. He who walks in darkness. I have something I'm wondering. You saying I hold a blade better than most gave me the idea. You can change Holbroom into like an archer, or even a fusilier. Interesting. This specifically makes me think of, in a book series that I've read, there was a character who was really, really good with a bow, but they were blind. And basically the way they explained that is this character was a ranger, and they had a owl familiar that would fly to different locations and basically hoot when they were at the location where the enemy was, and the person had very, very good hearing, so they would then shoot where they heard the hoot and usually have pinpoint accuracy, which was a super, super cool character. So it just made me think of that character, because Holbroom specifically mentioned, like, yeah, I'm really good with a sword, and I'm like, can you put a bow on Holbroom? Alrighty, well, we are off to Fidok. We are certainly making our way through the chapter here. There was one quick thing I did want to do. I never put, what's it called, on Sistina here. You have Engulf, Cudgels, Reflection, and Meditate. I'll take off Reflection to put Nature's Touch on. Reflection's good, but I don't really need it right now, so... There you are. Okay, and Holbroom's back in the party. That is cool. We're gonna add Holbroom to the squad that we're putting in and everything. Oh, you can wear the Stinky Helm. You can wear the Stinky Helm. Unfortunately, I can't give you the Stinky Sword, so... Wouldn't help too much, but, it does give you better stats, I suppose. Sure. And you have Balder Gauntlets. Can't give you the Stinky Gauntlets, because somebody else is wearing them. And yeah, we're good. Okay. There you go, Holbroom. Actually, take off that Ring of Vitality. I need a Ring of the Horde for you. Who all's wearing Ring of the Hordes +1? I can steal it from Uhuk. Sorry, Uhuk. Gonna need my ring back. Thank you. Alright, here you go, Holbroom. Enjoy your Ring of the Horde. Cool. So let's check the Warren report really quickly. People. So let's scroll up here. Ozma. She fled after losing a skirmish with Dinim at the Archaeopolis of Rhyme. It seems she'd recognized the blind swordsman who took part in the battle. And Hobram. Blind swordsman. Dinim went to his aid when he was attacked by Bakram forces at Rhyme. He petitioned to join the Order of Shadowscale after learning Dinim was at war with the Dark Knights. He holds them accountable for his loss of sight and appears to know the Dark Knight Ozma, but will not elaborate on their history. It is cool. Hobram gets so much more in this this particular path. I want the curtain wall. I feel like I always go to the west one. Let's. Oh, there's so much verticality here, though. No, let's go to the west one. Let's go to the west one. All right, we're moving in to the battle. So this is the battle where we find Kashua with Lancelot, right? I'm not crazy. I'm pretty sure it is. Or is that later? Because you come to Fidok like multiple times. So I get confused every time. Hobram, you're probably gonna replace Murden there. Let's put all of you at the back. There we go. Vice, you can move back. That looks good to me. Sherry, you can move back as well. There we go. Cool. So we should be good now. Alrighty, and this should be a pretty quick battle too. We're at 1 hour and 30 minutes on the recording so far. I'm glad I chose to break up Chapter 3. It would have been a lot.
Denim of Goliath, is it? Are you ranked so bad that you must lead your armies yourself?
Hey Mercure, wish I could say I missed you.
Cut off the head and the body dies. Today will be your last.
If you say so, friend. We'll see how that works out for you.
Pity those foolish enough to follow you, boy. Today they will learn the folly of a frontal assault.
Will they?
It will be too late to beg for your lives once the Dark Knights arrive.
I don't think they're gonna arrive, friend.
Where could the Dark Knights be? Surely they've not forsaken us.
They've totally forsaken you, friend. We just had a cutscene about this, Mercury. You weren't there and you couldn't see it like I could, but I know what's happening.
I don't see any Dark Knights riding from the castle. The rift between the two forces must be wide indeed.
Poor Mercure. You know, he thought this fight was gonna go a different way. At least these golems are kind of taking a lot of my time here so that, we can, see all the dialogue, because, yeah, they Gordian locked and all of my units are like, wow, why can't we hurt them? There we go. Fight over.
If we have failed, then there is no stopping them.
Goodbye, Mercure. I think we have a few. I think this is the reveal that Kashua is with the Dark Knights, but we don't actually. Yeah, this is the fight against Oz, isn't it? And then we come back later for a fight with Lancelot, and that's when this chapter ends, basically, right? It might go differently on Law, but God, it's rough to keep all of the things correct in my head.
You're certain it was Hoberim?
This is definitely new.
I know who I saw, and a wretched sight he was.
Of course. I did not mean to doubt you.
You told me he was dead, taken ill in the dungeons of Balandon.
Indeed. He was given funerary rites. A meager ceremony befitting a criminal, but even so.
So you bore witness to his corpse? Perhaps I was mistaken after all.
As I have said.
I want to believe you, but I cannot deny what I saw.
Not interrupting, am I?
A private matter. No concern of yours.
Now, Balsiphon. That's no way to speak to the brother of your betrothed.
Yeah, we know. I saw the entry, Oz. Thank you for the reminder, though.
Brother or no, I am your commander. If you've business with me, I would hear it.
Our front line is breached. It's only a matter of time before Fidok falls.
So, the Bakram were not enough to hold them after all. Ozma, take a detachment of men and leave the castle. Oz and I will delay them as long as we can.
Oz and you? I've never had the privilege of actually fighting Balsaphon. He's never been in a fight, right? Is it really going to be you and Oz, or will it just be Oz?
Oh, am I to flee like the thrush before the storm?
Nothing of the sort. You are to guard the High Champion.
Of course. He and the princess must be kept safe.
Okay, yeah, that's right, because you... Yeah, don't you... well, there's a fight with Ozma, too. I basically, I'm trying to get all of the fights that take place on this staircase. You know the staircase I'm talking about. You fight Lancelot there, you fight Ozma there. I want to say you fight Oz there once, too. There's a lot of fights that happen on that staircase, and it's a scary staircase.
You have your orders. Go!
As you say.
Don't talk to your wifey like that.
Ozma, we'll continue this later.
Alright, yeah, the Fidok Great Hall. Yeah, so let's get in here. Yeah, excuse my getting all of these different battles confused, but there's a lot. Okay, there's Oz. We do actually fight Balsaphon. Oh my god! I swear I've never seen... I don't think I've ever seen Balsaphon in a battle. Is this the only time you actually fight him? Finishing move of the Dark Knight, Balsaphon. A medium-range spear attack that deals piercing damage to a single target with a burst of Hellfire has a chance to hobble. Yeah, I swear I've never fought Balsaphon before. I swears it. Okay, and then we gotta defeat Oz as well. So let me check something. Okay, I just wanted to make sure killing either of them doesn't screw anything up. I imagine they're just gonna leave, because we can kill Oz at a point. I'm still gonna play it safe and try to just get them low HP to see if they shift stone away, but obviously this is gonna be a pretty difficult little battle, so we'll see how things go. Hit me with it, Denim.
Not a soul. Huh? Sister, what are you doing here?
Yeah, so I believe, if I'm remembering the chronology of events, I believe we do this. Kashua reveals she's working with Lancelot and them. We chase down Lancelot, we beat Lancelot, save Kashua, and then we get the opportunity to save Kashua.
Come to my rescue. What a good brother you are.
What are you doing?
If only Leonard could have dodged that stab.
Ah, there you are, Kashua.
Lancelot!
It's dangerous here. We're leaving the castle. Come with me.
Everything is in order, my lord. Come. You'd best be on your way.
Of course.
Ozma awaits you without. Oz and I will handle this.
See that you do.
Kashua!
You must be Denim. It was an ill turn you did my sister at Rhyme.
We must be going, Kashua.
The whelp has grown. Let's see how much.
Okay, I am expecting much dialogue in this fight. Much dialogue. I would have put some of the White Knights in, but I have so many other characters I gotta keep in for this fight. Suppose I could have taken like Canopus and RSL out, but I'll give Balsaphon and Oz one thing. They are actually putting up a pretty damn good fight here because they're super strong. They do hit like trucks. I will give them that. Denham's already went down once.
I like what I see, boy. You're determined, with a good eye and a steady sword hand.
Yeah, thank you for the compliment. I was also wondering, it's gonna be weird if Balsafon doesn't at least have a little bit of dialogue about Oberyth, considering they just had a conversation about it, right? Another thing I wanted to mention, did I just totally miss all of the axe relics? And if there is a two-handed gun relic, did I miss that as well? Because it'd be nice to have an axe relic on Canopus, and it'd be really, really nice to have a relic two-handed gun on Vice.
Not to mention the notches in your blade. To think you've killed my captain, my liege, and all those at Balmamusa. Why, I might even consider letting you minister here in Valeria. In our name, of course.
Don't waste your breath telling me of the stains on my shield. I know them all too well.
Denham, you're not using a shield, actually.
But know that I will not let Lodis take these isles. Her peoples will not abide you.
Ha! And I see you are at peace with your own baser nature. Marvelous. One could hardly ask for more in a ruler. For who can deceive others who cannot deceive himself? No, we cannot dwell upon our missteps along the path to domination. A bit of repentance, a touch of regret perhaps, but do not shed a tear for the wretches. Let their wounds weep for them. These things we do are necessary. The pruning of ill-formed branches that our children might enjoy the fruits of our labors, yes?
Ugh, Balsafon, you're such an asshat. So yeah, you basically went the other route. You're like, yeah, you can repent a little bit, but that's just an excuse for you to do even more messed up stuff. And then the idea of you pruning ill-formed branches, bleh.
This is the heart of the conqueror. This is you.
I do not agree, Balsafon. Do not agree at all. Yeah, this is a pretty difficult fight, actually.
This could have gone better. Perhaps it's time for a change in tactics.
A little bit late for that, Oz. You've got like 4 allies left, although one of them is Balsafon, so...
Flee, you coward! They say the feeblest hound barks the loudest, and now I see it to be true.
God, Denham has so many good lines on this path. The feeblest hound barks the loudest. Ooh, the shit talk.
I should have your tongue out for that!
Ooh, we big mad. The feeblest hound barks the loudest. That's great. That's great. I love good shit talk like that.
We've won ourselves time enough. The moment is right for our departure.
Really? Are you going to leave? Are you going to mention Oberyth, or...?
You, boy! I owe you thanks for showing such hospitality to my sister.
His sister, the Dark Knight. The resemblance is striking.
Ah, but how best to thank you? A meal, perhaps? I'm quite the chef, you know.
I do not want to know what shit you eat, Oz.
I'll tell you my secret. Preparation is everything. A silver fork, a silver knife. First, I'll cut off both your arms. Run the left through with the fork, and the right with the knife, I believe. And for the soup, molten lead goes down best. I'll slice your neck and pour it down your throat, so there'll be no need for a spoon.
If you sliced my neck, wouldn't I not even feel it? Well, I'd probably still be alive for a little bit, I suppose. I mean, you probably know what you're talking about. You're a torturer. You always know how to keep people alive for the longest amount of time to ensure the most suffering possible.
Then, I think, a thin cut of flesh from your back. Raw, bleeding. You like steak, no?
You gonna mention the fingernails next? Getting those off with, like, pliers?
And next?
Enough, Oz. This is no time for your games.
Yeah, get your twisted, weird fetish shit out of here, alright? God. Your sister's a baddie, but you're so annoying. So, okay, I thought you two were gonna leave, but no, you're not actually. You're still hanging out, huh? Balsaphon having to put up with Oz to be with Ozma.
What are you doing here, Oberyth? Come to repay my mercy with murder?
Finally! I was wondering when you were gonna get to it. I was actually kind of scared because Oberyth was about to die, so... Pay your mercy with murder.
That voice. Well met, Balsaphon. Though I am puzzled by this talk of mercy. Was it mercy robbed me of my sight? Mercy that killed our father?
I was wondering if that was the case. Because you do both have similar color hair. Which kind of tipped me off, and you clearly... You're about the same age, I would guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
You traveled a long road for your revenge, brother. You question my mercy? In truth, I question it myself. I gave you the chance to begin anew, and you tread the same old tired steps back to where you began.
Well, this is super cool. I'm very happy we're getting more Holbroom content. Rip Sherry.
As long as we can, Oz.
As long as you possibly can, hun. I'm really shocked at how long you're holding out, and how much dialogue there is.
Go on, Balsaphon. I will buy you time.
And throw away your own life in the bargain? I won't allow it.
You may be a weird shithead, but you're my wife's weird shithead. Wait, what? You said you won't allow it, and then you just dipped anyway. And forfeit your life in the process, I won't allow it. Maybe he's leaving next. Maybe once it gets around to your turn, you'll leave as well. But it sounded like he's like, I won't allow it, and it just left anyway. Alright, Oz, it's just you and this cleric that's on my team, mind you. So what are you gonna do, friend? Ooh, you might die. Better get out. I hope your next turn has you teleporting away. Even Sistina's gonna get a smack in. Uh-huh. You are not going to leave, huh? Your funeral. Alright, well, let's make sure I don't kill you here. So, let's cancel. And Denim, you're not really gonna do anything here. Could I hit you with, like, the water? No. I was hoping I would be able to. Thank you for the heal, random cleric. Let's see, Surya... I think you're gonna do too much damage. How much would an annihilation do? 114, that's actually good. How about a supernova? 68% chance of hitting that. Okay, so let's use an annihilation. This should get you low enough to where you're in the red, so if you're gonna shiftstone out, you will. No? Do you actually want me to defeat you? Okay. Well, that can be arranged. Oh wow, that would do 1 damage. Sorry, Vice. You're not gonna be doing anything with that. I think Ravnus can handle it, though. Yeah, Musket Vice is not doing a whole lot. Of course, he was targeting a heavily armored opponent, but still.
What have you done, boy? This was unexpected.
Balsaphon told you to leave.
Sister, help me.
You were told to leave, nerd. Do not forget this. Jeez. There we are. Good, good. At least we're getting all the dialogue now. Because that was a lot.
Why, Kashua? Why?
Why, SpongeBob, why? Okay, Lancelot. Okay, oh wait.
Deceive others,
yeah.
but never myself. Though at times, the temptation is all too great.
That's right. The whole stuff with Kashua is in chapter 4. Damn it. I was thinking that was the end of this chapter. The whole save Kashua or not save Kashua decision. But that's even later. God, it's so hard keeping all this stuff straight. Alrighty, well, there we go. Beautiful. Yeah, so that was totally the same. I don't know why I'm so bad at remembering all the different Kashua points. And I am imagining this is the same. If someone tells me it's different, we can come back and see it in the World Tarot. Here we go. Chapter 4, and the story's not going to differ so much here in Chapter 4.
The princess has not been seen since the ceremony.
So, aside from... I'm trying to figure out what I want to do from this point. Aside from collecting all the characters that are unique to this route, I'm not sure where I'm going to go from there, because I believe someone mentioned that if I continue down this route into Coda, I'll have everything I need to do Coda, but I think I remember seeing someone mention that my Palace of the Dead guidebooks aren't going to work if I continue this way. I'll have Kashua, which I need for all of Coda, but if my guidebooks don't work, then that means I would have to do all of the Palace of the Dead all over again. But maybe I'm misremembering? My guidebooks might work, because someone specifically mentioned going back to Chaos, saving Kashua this time, refighting Nybeth, and then continuing Coda on my Chaos route, which would unfortunately mean that I lose access to all the characters that I've gotten on this route, I believe, but yeah, I'm not sure exactly how to handle it at this point. I think ideally I would continue with Law. Obviously I'll go back to Chaos at some point to probably... I don't really plan on using Cressida, but I at least want to see, like, her story and what her recruitment and stuff looks like. Yeah, I'll have to look into what I should do next. Maybe do a little bit of research on my own just to make sure I'm doing the correct thing and all of that. So, yeah, Chapter 4 shouldn't differ too much at this point, aside from the characters I can recruit. Most of these cutscenes and stuff are going to be the same. So, yeah, and we are heading to Brigantis. Alrighty, well, with that, I've got some research to do, and we gotta figure out what we're doing in the next episode, but it seems like we are rapidly approaching the end here. I'm sure Coda is pretty long. It has 4 chapters, one of them requiring me to go back into the Palace of the Dead. But, yeah, hopefully people can give me some clarification on the best path forward. Once again, it's going to be multiple people saying different things, but ideally I'd like to have to replay as few things as possible to do it, because Coda, I've already redone so much, and Coda's going to be long enough as is and everything. Also, once we get to Coda, I'll probably be doing those fights again, because the fights will actually be scaled to my level again, so we won't have to just auto-play through them. Except for the Palace of the Dead generic fights, we'll probably auto-play those, but... yeah, hope you've enjoyed this episode of Tactics Ogre Reborn, and I'll see you next time for some more.